From a player who's an amazing singer to a player who can beat anyone in poker. Did you know that some of these football legends have hidden talents that go beyond their ability on the field? In this video, we'll take a look at some of the most iconic footballers of all time and discover their hidden talents that are bound to surprise you. First up, we have Lionel Messi, and for good reason. Arguably the greatest of all time, after Argentina's World Cup triumph, Messi's magic isn't simply limited to the football field. As a matter of fact, the 8-time Ballon d'Or winner is also a bit of a musician and is a skilled piano player, just like his former teammate Alexis Sanchez. In a video, Messi was seen playing the instrument with ease, and even had the skill to play an instrumental version of the Champions League anthem. While Sanchez may have fallen short to the mark when it comes to his status as a bona fide football legend, the Chilean is also adept at playing the piano, something Manchester United fans who remember his unveiling video will testify. Moving on, it seems as if former Barcelona men have a knack of acing the musical instrument that is the piano. The Brazilian Neymar may have not had the ideal World Cup, considering his injury and Brazil's exit at the hands of Croatia, but the skilled winger is also skilled at playing the piano, just like his close friend Messi. In a video, the Brazilian can be seen playing a complicated tune while wearing a Kobe Bryant LA Lakers jersey. Who knows? If not for football, 3 of the most talented attackers of our generation could have well been piano players. We have a footballing legend not many of you would have watched playing. That's because he's arguably the greatest manager of all time. 13 EPL titles in 20 years, 2 Champions Leagues, and the coach who brought forth some of the best players English football ever saw. Sir Alex Ferguson was known for his strong, bold, and fearless personality. A deeper dive tells us that Ferguson, along with being a football madman, was also an avid cook who has a passion for Chinese food. The manager was once a regular cook and is still very much capable of cooking top-notch Chinese or Italian pasta. What's more, Ferguson even once claimed that cooking was tougher than football, which, coming from a man who aced the sport, deserves consideration. Moving on, we have Cristiano Ronaldo, whose singing talent has often made its way to the Portuguese social media channels. Ronaldo might have had far from an ideal World Cup, but the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner isn't only a talented singer, but an enthusiastic one at that. A video showing him singing passionately to Rihanna's Stay made its way to the Ronaldo documentary, while there are also other instances of him singing for his long-term partner Georgina Rodriguez. Next up, we have as many as 3 former Manchester United players. Gerard Pique made a majority of his impact playing for FC Barcelona. The Spanish defender didn't have the best farewells to his career, but has a special talent when it comes to poker. As a matter of fact, Gerard Pique is a professional poker player, with overall earnings of more than $650K. Pique has participated in multiple major poker tournaments, and his last appearance came back in 2019. Now, after having retired from the sport that helped him make a name, Pique might as well end up turning to poker again in the near future. Well, another player who made a huge impact with the Red Devils, but also had a concerning farewell, was none other than the talented David Beckham. Ferguson once claimed that David had enough talent to land a Ballon d'Or. As it turns out, while he was bending the ball with world-class ability on the field, Beckham also has the ability to cook Chinese. One of the best free kick takers in the history of the game, David Beckham is also an impressive cook, a talent that he often shows off on his social media channels. Last but not the least, we have Manchester United's top scorer, and one of their best captains in Wayne Rooney. Nicknamed Shrek by fans, Rooney had a kind of drive and determination not often seen in modern-day football. Rooney is often credited his boxing talent as one of the reasons why he made it as a footballer. Growing up in Everton Waza was an impressive boxer, and credits his stamina, discipline, and fighting spirit to his short-lived boxing career. Of course, fans will also remember the famous knockout celebration that occurred a few days after Rooney's friend Phil Bardsley knocked him out of the kitchen. Moving on, we have one of the best ball-playing defenders of the previous generation, in the form of the Brazilian David Luiz. The former Chelsea center back had a few difficult high-profile moments, and might take a few more years to forget the 7-1 World Cup drubbing that came at the hands of Germany. Well, if only he could magically change the past. As it turns out, Luiz is a skilled magician, and would often entertain his Chelsea teammates by doing various card tricks in the dressing room. In a video, David Luiz can be seen pulling off a genuinely impressive trick, as Diego Costa and Eden Hazard look on. the Brazilian asked one of the Chelsea staff to pick up a card, and was then magically able to pick it out from the end of the deck after spreading the cards on the ground. Luiz had a decent career in England, but nothing probably came close to the magic trick that he produced. We have Lionel Messi once again on this list. Seriously, this guy is way too talented. One of the greatest players to ever play the game, Messi is known for his exceptional dribbling skills and clinical finishing. But did you know that he's also a talented painter? Messi has been known to enjoy painting as a hobby, and has even created some impressive artwork. Next up, we have Thomas Rosicky. The Czech international spent a total of 10 years with the Gunners, and was a player who had bucket loads of talent, a midfield presence that is seldom seen in modern football. While consistent injuries stopped the Czech Republic international from ever fulfilling his potential under Wenger, Rosicky had a musical talent that also brought him considerable recognition. Rosicky is a talented guitarist, and could have easily had a career as a musician. The midfielder once played with the popular Czech metal band Tricestry, and is yet another footballer who has a hidden musical talent. However, an obvious talent for music isn't something that is uncommon when it comes to football. A plethora of other superstars over the years have also been known to be good with music. The most obvious of them all, however, is a certain Netherlands winger who has already played for two of the biggest clubs in world football. Emerged Memphis Depay, who started his rap career back around 2017 and has to date released 10 songs on his YouTube channel. Depay's exclusive music account has a total of 768,000 subscribers, and according to the winger, his musical talent was there long before he made his name as a footballer. As a matter of fact, Depay claims that his affinity towards music is no flash in the pan, something his plethora of releases over the years accurately testify. When it comes to professional players, most of them claim that they would have been clueless in life had they not been talented footballers. Peter Crouch, often a willing comedian, had a talent for scoring unlikely goals, but his teammates might remember him better for the laughs that he created. Crouch had once claimed that he would have been a virgin had he not been a footballer, which might be true for him, but is not true for some of the other stars we are going to talk about. Finally, our final footballing legend who makes his way into this list is a former American, often said to be the greatest export from the US to English football. In Clint Dempsey, fans enjoyed a talented midfielder capable of scoring wondrous goals. Dempsey spent almost 7 years in England, but that doesn't compare to the amount of time he has invested in his music career. Dempsey, for years, was known as Deuce, a name that was understood to be his chosen nickname. However, as it turns out, the former American international actually is a professional rapper, and it's his stage name Deuce that grew popular among teammates. The former Fulham and Tottenham Hotspurs man is also a rapper, and has even released a track alongside popular Houston rappers Big Hawk and XO. With that, we conclude our list of football legends with hidden talents. Follow, share, and subscribe for similar content.